outgrowing people in your life is probably something inevitable, but it's also very difficult to come to terms with, especially because outgrowing someone close to you is not really a sign of not caring about them or being disrespectful in any way, but just rather not being able to communicate on the same level anymore. And it feels like there's just nothing there. This relationship doesn't serve anything for you or for them. But even when your values, your interests become different, it's still not that easy to just say bye to someone and ignore them. Maybe you don't really have to. Maybe it's just something that might not be always understood by another person, because maybe they are the ones that didn't really change and you are kind of on another path, and yeah, they kind of still see you the same way, but you know deep down that this is not who you are and you're not really aligned with the person that you are talking to now. And it's a bit of an issue, and I'm sure everyone probably had that sort of situation where they're sitting catching up with an old friend or whoever, family member, and it just doesn't really feel the same, and it's very awkward to a point where there's just nothing to talk about really, and their presence is actually kind of irritating, you could say. It's not pleasant, it's kind of stressful. Actually, maybe stressful is the right word. You don't really feel any comfort from being around that person anymore, and that's okay, but it's just difficult to tell that to each other, I guess, because maybe even when the other person also feels that, it's just kind of awkward to just say it out loud, that there's something not right going on here. And usually those kind of relationships dissolve by itself in a way, because the energy just doesn't match, so it kind of dissolves on its own, basically. Maybe it's for the best, maybe you shouldn't really say anything, but it still sucks a lot when someone that have been so close to you feels so distant now, even when they are sitting right next to you. So distant, so far away. But that's okay, because I guess that's just how life is supposed to work. Some people will get along with each other for the rest of their lives, because maybe they will possibly grow in the exact same direction. They will grow together, whereas others might just grow apart instead. And maybe it's not even anybody's fault. Maybe it's just the way it is. Maybe it just means that from the start that those two people were not really meant for each other in a way. And you don't really need to cut off anyone from your life, but you kind of have to distance yourself from someone that doesn't align with your values, your interests anymore, because it doesn't really give you anything in return. There's nothing for you there. There's no space to grow further, and that kind of sucks, because like I said, the memories are still there and it's a little bit painful, but at the same time, that's why we have to go out there and try to meet new people, the ones that do align with our values. We basically have to let go to have space for something else, for something new, something more exciting than sticking with the past that doesn't really align. You know, our version from the past is expired at this point, and it doesn't really work in today's world. So yeah, that's just what happens. And like I said, sometimes some people can grow together, and if they do, that's awesome. But if they didn't, then maybe it's just better to go on your own way and find something else.